What's up, everybody? My apologies here. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Monday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, HUDCO Roofing, HUDCORoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Hope your Monday's off to a great start. Hope you had a great weekend. A very diametrically opposed emotional Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, the elation of such a nice win over Mississippi State, finishing so strong the way LSU did, and then Sunday going the way it did with the Saints, losing to Tampa 20-10, and the manner in which they lost was just really, really disheartening. I'm sure we'll talk a lot about the fight, the ejections, the penalties. I thought the personal foul against Bradley Roby was ridiculous. I thought, obviously, the holding against Shy Tuttle, Fournette flopped and refs bought it. And then the fight was very, very discouraging because, look, Fournette and Lattimore each should have gotten 15-yard offsetting penalties. Fournette got up in Lattimore's face. Lattimore shoved him. Fournette retaliated. Like, all of that, that should have been flagged. Evans coming off the bench to waylay Lattimore for the second time now is ridiculous, because not only is it a cowardly thing to blindside somebody who's owning you on the field, it's dangerous too. I mean, I remember whenever that, 2018, maybe 2019, when Evans did the same thing, when he sprinted across the field and did the same thing to Lattimore, when Lattimore and Jameis were in each other's face, when Jameis was with Tampa. And you have to do 6'5", 230 in a full sprint across the field, waylaying a guy in the back. I mean, what if Lattimore got hurt and had to miss games because of that? Like, just unacceptable. And the fact that, that never becomes a benches clearing thing that it was if Evans doesn't do what he did. He was the instigator. He's the guy that should have been ejected. And he's just so weak-minded, man. It's unfortunate. Like, he's a great player. He was at A&M and he is in the NFL. He's a great NFL receiver. But he's so weak-minded that when Marshawn Lattimore just owns him for 3 quarters, you go and do that? Nah, man. Like, just can't be down with that, man. So that's that. But the Saints didn't lose the game because of that. Times really struggled to run the ball, except for the drive that they put together, largely running the football, and Mark Ingram fumbles at the 10-yard line. That's why you lost. Like, you're in a 3-3 ball game. You're putting together a great drive, and you fumble at the 10. I mean, you're going up a touchdown, putting all the pressure on them, and your veteran running back fumbles at the 10. And then, of course, what ensued was all the adversity with the penalties and then the ejections. And Perriman, after the ejections and the penalties, Brady throws the touchdown pass to Perriman, so now Tampa's up 10-3, and then Jameis threw the pick. Jameis ended up throwing 3 picks in the fourth quarter. I have a tremendous amount of respect for a dude that's going to run out there with 4 fractured vertebrae. Like, literally. I mean, that's sort of the warrior mentality that's celebrated in football, isn't it? But if you're out there and you're a detriment to your team, then you need to not be out there. And I think it was pretty clear that Jameis yesterday was a detriment to the team because of his injury. I mean, he was inaccurate. There was a point. Y'all remember the play when I say it. I need to look at the box score at the exact moment in the game, but where Jameis is extending the play, did a beautiful job coming up to the line and making his way down the line, keeping his eyes downfield. But if he had just run, he would have gotten a first down. But he didn't take off because he didn't want to get hit or have to get down. I mean, when you got 4 fractured vertebrae, I get it. I mean, I don't blame you. But if your injury is detrimental to the team, man, like, I respect the desire to be out there with your guys, but not at the detriment of the team. That's why you signed Andy Dalton. Let Andy Dalton run around till Jameis can feel better, like he's right to get out there and play again. Because, man, that's just going to get progressively worse. So the Saints lose. Again, like, the referees didn't cost the Saints the game. They just added an extra. In a league where it's so hard to win, it added an extra obstacle that made it even more difficult. Like, a lot of y'all got mad at me when I said the Saints didn't lose the Nola no call because of the refs. They would have won it in that moment, most likely, had the flag rightly come out, but you had plenty of opportunities. I mean, first possession of the game, you got a turnover deep in Rams territory and you couldn't convert. Hell, in overtime, you got the ball first. And Breeze threw an interception. And they got the ball and scored. So you didn't lose because of the Nola no call. It just took away an opportunity to win. And I think it's similar with what happened yesterday. You didn't lose because of those calls, but in a game that was so tightly contested, that scrum, the way I think the officials mismanaged the game, certainly made it more difficult. And then, saw what happened after that. So, all right, we'll say some good mornings here. I appreciate y'all for being here. Sorry I was a few minutes late today. I got a portable steam sauna. It's pretty cool. It's like, it's portable. It's like a little zip up thing. But I got up and I totally mistimed how long it was going to take to heat up. So I still didn't even get like a full steam. But anyway, live and learn. So sorry I'm a few minutes late. I'll go about 5 minutes. So let's do about 10 minutes. I'm going to go quickly through your comments. Bubba Tatum, Kelly Gross, Kyle DeVille, what's up? Randy Bennett, Kerry Moe. Saturday mornings, SEC Nation or college game day. Ryan Amanda Gidry, good morning. Craig Duga was Ed coaching the Saints yesterday. Defense played awesome, man. Defense played awesome for the bulk of that game. Again, frustrated Tom Brady. Forced a BUCS turnover. Well, actually, he didn't force it. Brady, they went for it, and Brady fumbled a snap. Defense played great again, man. They gave you a chance to win it. Hunter Eilers, good morning. Do you expect a closer game this week with New Mexico than the Southern game? Yeah, than the Southern game, sure. David Coslin, good morning. David Tolson, do you agree LSU special teams need work? Absolutely. Jacob Swallow, good morning. Do you think Tom Brady started the whole fight? Tom Brady... Look, Lattimore was doing this to Arians on the sideline, who's chirping, then did this to Brady, like to get out of my face, and Brady didn't take kindly to that, so he went and got in Lattimore's face. Okay, you see that. You have words, and then you break it up. Fournette getting in Lattimore's face, started the physical contact, then Evans escalated it. Glenn Crowdis, what's going on? Evans assaults Lattimore more than he catches touchdowns against him. That's true. Thad Landry, what's up? Chase Pellegrin, good morning. How about the conditioning of LSU? Shout out Coach Flint. Tyler Alexander, good morning. Tony Williams, Deborah Cowart, what's going on? Julio Mendez, what's up? Earl, good morning. Matt, are you happy with the Saints play calling? You know, Earl, I wasn't in the first game, especially certain situations like the 2-point conversion we talked about. I thought, I don't know why you're running single wing with Mark Ingram. I think yesterday was obviously affected by not having Kamara, where, you're throwing swing passes to Dwayne Washington instead of Alvin Kamara. I mean, that's just fundamentally different. I loved spots yesterday where they took deep shots. Jameis and Olave were not on the same page. They overthrew him like 3 times. But I'm going to go back and say it again. Dude's got 4 fractures in his vertebrae. Like, I respect tremendously him being out there, but that clearly affected him. It affected his decision making. It affected his accuracy, all of it. And then you had to press late in the game and you turn it over. Like, I very much respect Jameis wanting to be out there playing with a literal broken back, but not at the cost of being a detriment to your team. Like, there's a better option with Andy Dalton, with a healthy Andy Dalton. Stephen Dufour, not blaming the refs. Got my finger on the panic button with this offense, though. 8 quarters of football, 7 of them been bad with Jameis. What's the fix? Kyle DeVille, what's your pick? Vikings, Eagles. Eagles. By the way, y'all, super shout out to Jimmy Ott, who went 6-0 yesterday on his NFL picks. I'm pretty sure he was 5-1 last week on Sunday, hit Monday Night Football, hit Thursday Night Football, and then was 6-0 yesterday. Dude is en fuego. I'm telling you, if you don't listen to Jimmy's Magnolia Bluffs Football Sunday show, you don't even have to listen to the whole show. Just tune in at the end of the 11 a.m. hour. He gives his pick. He gives his 5. He gave 6 picks yesterday, and they went 6-0. I bet them all. Like, really good day. Let's see, I'll go about 5 more minutes, y'all. Tim Gotro, Brad David, what's going on? What's wrong with the Bengals? Nothing's wrong with the Bengals. Brad, it's hard to win in the NFL. Like, I know I said this last week when I said, look, never make apologies for how you win in the NFL because it's hard to win. And it sounds so cliche, and I understand it, but man, look at the Bengals. The Bengals have been they're this close to being 2-0 instead they're 0-2. The kicker misses a PAT. They get down early, they rally back tight, and end up losing to Dallas. Like, they're this close to being 2-0 instead they're 0-2. That's the margin in the NFL. That's why it's so frustrating when you have things that are outside of your control, the control of the players, your coaches, factor into the result. That's why the bad calls by the refs yesterday in the Saints game. I'm not saying you didn't lose because of the refs, but it's so hard to win, especially when you're playing a game that's that closely contested. Like, you don't need to make it harder, Pat Usman, Brett DeGrow, Matthew 4 quarters yesterday, turnover kill, tough fourth quarter. Yeah, turnovers killed you in the fourth quarter. Ryan Rogers, Vic Boy, what's going on? Brandon Williams, Samuel Smith. Morning, Matt, are you concerned about Dennis Allen? First 2 games, coaching-wise, haven't been too impressive. Defense has been great. Run defense was awesome yesterday. We talked a ton about that. Fournette had 24 carries for 65 yards, an average of 2.7. His long was 13. They stonewalled him. The Saints defense did what they do. Against Tampa. It's a great matchup for the Saints defense. Yesterday was on the offense for sure. Tim Gotro, Michael Broussard, morning, Matt. Wish we had Hudco in Champaign, Illinois. Ooh, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, hail, all wrapped in major thunderstorm. Man, I'm very sorry to hear that, Michael. Hope everybody's okay, man. Sincerely. Wendell Norman, Guy Brooks from North Carolina. Okay, Taz, what's up? They're not using Hardy going deep instead of Olave. Oh, why not use Hardy instead of Olave? Man, because look, you drafted Chris Olave for a reason, man. He's going to be a dynamic player in the future of this offense. He and Jameson need to get timing. Larry Garner, Jordan Coleman, Trivia Carter, good morning. Can we talk about something else beside the terrible game yesterday? Y'all, I'm going to be serious. Like, the reason my voice is shredded a little bit right now is because when after the penalties, the fight, and they threw the touchdown to Perryman, I let out the loudest string of expletives maybe ever in my life. I did something yesterday I haven't done long time. Like, I turned off the game at the 7-minute mark. No thanks. Turned it off. Didn't even watch it. Didn't even watch the final 7 minutes. Nicholas Cantrell, Weston Weaver. Hey, smash that like button if you're there on YouTube. Thank you. Ryan Rogers, the only reason Evans was fighting is because he wanted Brady to think he had his back, so stupid. No, that's no. That's a front. The reason Mike Evans was fighting is because he had an opportunity to take a shot at Lattimore, who owns him. I mean, we've seen this twice now. Lattimore is so deep in Mike Evans' brain because Evans is a great player. He's a great player who can't solve that guy. It's the same thing Lattimore and Adam Thielen. When Adam Thielen owns Marshawn Lattimore. And it's weird because you have this alpha who's awesome at what he does, and he just can't solve this riddle. It's the same in reverse with Evans. Evans just can't solve Lattimore, and it frustrates him, and he lashes out like that when he gets a chance, and it's disruptive, and it's dangerous, and it sucks. All right, hang on 1 second, y'all. All right. Oh, it's 8:04. Okay, a couple more minutes, y'all. As always, shout out to Brock, Patterns Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Need an orthopedics, go to Brock. Need a roof, call Hudco. Yeah, I mean, Arians on the sideline was a problem. I'm seeing a lot of your comments. Kevin Kaliva, good morning. The App State Hail Mary. Yes, we will get the Shut Up Color Guy on App State Hail Mary for sure. For sure. Brandon Williams, the fight with Ingram's fumble felt like it took all the steam out of the Saints. It did. I mean, and you got to be better to be able to overcome that adversity, and they weren't. But those were definitely things. I mean, the fumble was self-inflicted. I mean, it was a great play by the BUCS defender, but hold on to the damn ball, man. You're a veteran running back. Hold on to the ball. You're at the 10-yard line. Know your situation. Les Foray, it's not the job of the refs to make it more difficult to win. Look, man, I mean, we will. I'll tell you this. I tweeted this, and I mean it, and I hope after today I never have to talk about this game again. As a fan, I never felt more violated than the Nola no call. Feeling this gigantic sense of helplessness, disbelief, dismay, all of that. When I was watching yesterday, look, refs miss calls all the time. I'm the guy who says all refs are bad at their job, and they are. But when I was watching yesterday, it felt like that again. Not to that degree, but if there's a runner-up, yesterday was it. Because what Mike Evans did was so clearly egregious, and to throw Lattimore out of the game, and that after two very bad calls that kept drives alive. It's Tom Brady, man. Like, he don't need help. He don't need help. It's Tom Brady. Like, I mean, you're off the field, you know. It's 3rd and 10. You defend it great. You're off the field. They call unnecessary roughness. Give them 15 yards, you know. And you feel like anyway. You got a 2nd and 8. It's you stuff, or it's a short completion. It's 2nd and 8. You know, you feel like you get the incomplete pass. It's going to be 3rd and 8. You got a chance to get off the field. Defensive holding, new set of downs. It was just, at that point, it was just, yeah. Anyway, all right, y'all. It's 8:07. I got to get going. I got to get Drew dressed and get him out of here. He's still in his bed, so we got to be out of here in 13 minutes. All right, y'all have an awesome day. We'll get LSU Daily up in a little bit. AFR 3, and we'll look forward to seeing you then. Have a great day. Peace.